Welcome to Big Hoss's Tailgate.
And we're off. So what's going on, brother? Everybody's going to be freaking out like, where the fuck are you guys at? Like, are you on a casting couch or whatever?
That's what it seems.
That's what it looks like. It's that
we got
same
the door
leather.
shut. It's scary.
I'm waiting for someone to walk in and go, so you're interested in doing porn, huh? And I'm like, oh, shit.
I guarantee you somebody is interested.
Nah, but
someone somewhere.
Yeah, but we're here on special circumstances. We are backstage at Stage AE in Pittsburgh. Because you are you're playing guitar tonight. Sold out, right?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. If you wanted to introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, my name's Quentin Eades. I play for Gavin Adcock, bass guitar specifically.
You slap at the bass.
Slap at the bass, man. I knew it was coming.
How many times do you get that from people? Like, as soon as you say I play bass.
More times than not, I would say probably at least twice a week. Somebody says, slap at the bass, man. And I'm like, hey, it sounds good.
Or you started thinking about, what's that? Shit. I'm trying to think of his name. Johnny Cash. Daddy saying bass. No one brings that. Yeah. That's old school country.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, you might want to raise the mic up more. Yep.
That's gold.
I should have brought the longer chords. That's what I should have done. That's what's up. Yeah. It's all right. I'll move it up here. We'll get better off now. Yeah, man. So where are you from? Are you from in Nashville or like originally from Nashville or you live in Nashville?
I'm from South Carolina.
Okay.
I live in South Carolina currently. It's just where I was raised. I love being home.
Okay.
For a short period, I was in Nashville. I lived there for about almost 2 or 3 years, I think. 4 maybe. I don't remember now. I moved back home during the pandemic. And, it's... never wanted to get away from the humble beginning, you know?
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm kind of curious, like, how you went from, like, you went back home to, like, now you're playing guitar at Stage AE. Like, how did we get from point A to point B?
It's a long story. Long story.
Eventually you had to go back, right?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'll have to simplify it a little bit. So I came up through the church. I'll give you a brief history. My dad was always singing, involved in music somehow. Mm-hmm. His side of the family.
Oh, you might want to move that mic up more.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
His side of the family, everybody, my cousins, my grandmother, her sisters. I mean, everybody sings, plays. Mm-hmm. So I was exposed early on as a small kid, just timing and pitch and just the fundamentals, pretty much. Nothing extravagant. I know some guys that had a little different experience. They were among like bigger names and things when they were younger. So mine's a little different, but nonetheless, I came up just normal, common family, and just learning how to.
So like when you said your family plays music, was it like, oh yeah, we're just playing guitar at family functions, or like were they actually we play in bands around the area?
Yeah, it was very fundamental. My family branched from, and my dad had a cousin that actually did some research and found some documents a long time ago. Our family came from the Scotch-Irish, settled in the Appalachian Hills, so folk bluegrass was a mainstay, especially for my grandmother's generation, their family, and so it just kind of evolved from there.
Yeah. It's like, okay, would you say there's a difference between like Appalachian music and bluegrass? Because I think one has more of like I don't know what you call it, the mountain singing.
I've heard people trying to, I will say this, modern bluegrass is more progressive than where it started.
Oh, for sure, because I think it's no drums, right?
Yeah,
it's all like
the rhythm comes from the mandolin chops, the bass, upright bass, and so when you say Appalachia, are you specifically talking like with percussion added, like a yeah
either percussion or it's a lot of the way that. I'm trying to think how you would sound. It's almost like sounds like gospel singing, but it's people in the mountain.
Sure. Yeah. That was a huge influence for sure. And then, I came up. My dad kept me, and my family are always they're very devout Christians, and they, which I am too. Not denouncing that at all. I'm just saying, that was where I started, and through that though, I picked up. I fell in love with classic rock early on. Just kind of branched out as I was.
Now, when you say classic rock, because like classic rock to us is like 70s rock, 80s rock.
Mm-hmm.
Classic rock to the kids is like 90s. Like, Nickelback is considered classic rock.
I don't consider Nickelback.
I will throw hands on that one.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. In my mind, because we are older than the younger ones, they literally. Yeah, classic rock is definitely 70s, 80s. Hair metal, man. Hair metal was one of my favorite
Poison
genres. Yes.
Guns N' Roses. Well, I guess, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, it was the same era, for sure. And even like 89, 90, there were some bands that came. Slaughter was one of my favorites. Trickster. Have you ever heard of Trickster?
I think I've heard the name. See, I've been listening to, I've been watching Peacemaker, that John Cena, like, DC. I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
And, so I've been watching that show, and he puts on like a lot of bands. Some of them are modern guys, but they still sound like the hair metal guys.
Right.
But yeah, so who's some of the hair metal bands you like?
So, naturally the big ones. I mean, Poison. You're looking at even Motley Crue. I consider that. I'm guessing that's probably in the same
I love
category.
Have you ever watched The Dirt?
I have.
Dude,
I wasn't. I'm gonna be honest about that movie. I'm gonna just lay it out here. So when I watch a period film, I want it to look and sound exactly
like it was in the 80s.
Like it was in the 80s. But if you look, in the background there are like more modern cars parked and driving by, and that I don't know why, but because it's so petty, it's so small, but that drives me crazy. I understood the premise, I understood the concept, and it was fine. And I'm sure it made a lot of money initially, but it just never was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
I was hoping for something different.
I love watching movies like that, like, because it's like that's the fun thing about watching like Smokey and the Bandit. Like, it was filmed in the 70s, it takes place in the 70s, so it's not a period piece.
Sure,
it's awesome. Like, you don't have to run that risk.
Right.
Where I've watched like when they try to do like movies set in now, like in the 70s. You're always looking like there's got to be a modern car hidden somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like someone's wearing a watch that they shouldn't be wearing. It's like was it Ben-Hur? The guy had they found the digital wristband watch,
right?
And he's riding the chariots, and they're like, when the fuck did he get that?
Yeah, there's little bits and pieces of even some older movies, even like you said the 70s, but the Western movies. There's it's been brought to light over the past decade, I'm sure, but there's like streaks in the sky from planes flying over. There's little things like that. But
it's like they couldn't cover that up.
They couldn't cover that, yeah.
Or did you ever see like, the thing? I love westerns too, like old westerns.
Sure.
You John Wayne guy?
I'm a huge John Wayne. Clint Eastwood's got my heart, man. I love that guy. I'd love to meet him at some point. But yeah, John Wayne is definitely a hero.
Yeah, John Wayne. I grew up with John Wayne mostly. Like my parents were like, my dad liked Clint Eastwood, but my mom was like, he's too violent. We can't watch him. He's too violent. And
my dad was a huge Eastwood fan, so spaghetti westerns, all the.
What's your favorite Eastwood? Because you got Unforgiven, but then there's like Hang 'Em High, Pale Rider.
I would say, now that you mentioned that, yeah, Pale Rider was one of my favorite ones. I also loved. Was Hang 'Em High? That was a part of like a double.
No, that's the one where he got hung. It's in the title, but he got hung because like it was something he got hung for something he didn't do, and he lived. So he has like the marks from where he was hung, and he tracks all the guys down.
I forgot that part. Yeah.
And then Pale Rider is more of a ghost story.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one for sure.
Yeah, I love Unforgiven though, because I feel like that's like the true ending to his like The Man with No Name.
Right.
Like that's who he was, and now he's not no more.
I think I saw Unforgiven maybe twice. It's been a long time.
I always say John Wayne's Unforgiven is the shootest.
Oh yeah,
because they flash back to all like the old westerns he did. They use clips from that to like do the flashbacks.
Sure.
Like I think they did one where it's El Dorado where he dives under the stagecoach.
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, that's cool that they threw that in there. Like,
Right, yeah. Speaking of, Josie Wales is my top Eastwood movie.
yeah.
That is so good. It just came to mind, but I'm just like, man,
so
I could literally sit and just eat
like
ramen noodles and eat,
for sure,
eat shit and just
I'm trying to
watch
think what
Clint
the
Eastwood.
old Native American was. It's the guy that plays him is that Chief Dan George. But he's like the one where he's like, they had the girl there and he's like hearing something. He pulls the blanket back and he's with the girl. He's like, what? Mind your business. Like,
I don't remember that one.
oh, yeah, I think it's Outlaw Josie Wells. I think so. It's like the old Native American guy that helps him out. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
What was his name? It was some weird, I forgot his name now.
It was like, I think he saved him from something. Like people.
Long Waddy was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and then the only thing I hate about it is he snuck his wife in the movie. Like, she was terrible.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like, she's terrible in every movie he does.
Right, yeah.
And then like I hear like weird stories about her where it's like, yeah, she like no one really knew how old she was because she lied about it so many times. And I'm like, damn, old Hollywood's weird.
Yeah. But when you're in that position and a man of his caliber, you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
and it don't matter, and you don't have many repercussions from it, I'm sure.
I watched the one where he did recently with Charlie Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called The Rookie.
I haven't seen that one.
That's one that's like pretty good. Like
The Mule was the most recent one that I've seen.
That's the one with the Toby Keith song, man.
Yeah, that's the one.
That song, that I was just talking about that with somebody on the show, and I was like, that's a song that's like I hear it and I'm like, I gotta pull over, like,
right?
Because Toby Keith was one of my favorite like country artists growing up.
Sure.
I always tell people I know the moment I became. I mean, I heard Should Have Been a Cowboy growing up, but the moment that really stuck out to me is the Dukes of Hazzard in Hollywood TV movie.
Okay.
Toby plays How Do You Like Me Now? That's solidified me ever being a Toby Keith fan.
Really?
And it just like grew over the years.
That's cool. I'm a huge, always have been a huge fan of Joe Diffie. That's one of my favorite country artists.
I love the Hicks tape, like tribute for him and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I really
grew up,
enjoyed that one.
Yeah, there's a couple ones I liked. I never heard the one growing up a lot, the Third Rock from the Sun.
Right, yeah.
And I love the video for that, and the song, like that song's just so much fun.
Right.
Who's some other like 90 like oh yeah, so you got into hair metal.
Yeah.
Like, how does that like how I mean you're in the South, so there has to be some country like influence.
Yeah,
right?
there was a lot of my dad, my uncles, they all listen to Vern Giles and the gold,
the voice,
the real what I consider real country, I mean, there's just too many to name, but I'm just saying, like, that was also an influence coming up. I think I went through a point in my life where I kind of rebelled a little bit because let's be honest. I mean, being raised in a Protestant Christian home, you tend to have a thumb on your head. You know what I'm saying? And
I feel that,
and it's not the end of the world, but I kind of felt like I was just kind of like molded, you know what I'm saying? And as a child, and even my mom, she still talks about, my personality and how I really just kind of went against the grain with everything, every ounce of me. Like, I didn't want to be, I hated authority. I hated, so I'm just saying, like, it kind of followed me into adulthood. And so through my adolescence, early 20s, like, I really just, I went through a spot where I hated country music. I hated even the bluegrass, which is where my heart's at now. But just all that, I didn't want anything to do with it for a short period of time, and then I kind of grew out of that and found myself as a person. You know what I'm saying? And, all that kind of changed.
Yeah, I feel that because there's times where it's like I did fall out with the radio because I just listened to like older stuff.
Sure.
It's like I was just like more like I'm fine with this, or like I was just focused on other things, just wasn't listening to music for a while. But then like I also was like you're in school, a lot of kids were like in the punk emo phase, or like everybody listened to rap, and it was all obscure rap.
Sure.
I think there was one person in my school that listened to Insane Clown Posses, and he went to the military and then like must have like left the military disgruntled. And I was like, this all tracks. Like all like the
wild.
pattern like makes sense.
Sure. Yeah. Anybody that I knew that listened to Insane Clown Posse or any of I considered that fringe, and it probably was to some people. But those were the weird kids. Those are the ones that
I didn't know they had like a meetup, and like it was a gathering of the Juggalos or something.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, because they get a lot of stand-up comedians to perform out there.
Okay.
And a lot of the guys who are like, they always tell stories about the first time they did it, and they're like, "Yeah, there was a fist fight in the middle of my set," or it's like, "Yeah, I've watched." Like they were talking about this thing. I didn't know this was like this is completely disgusting, and we might cut this out if it's too much for you.
Sure.
But there's a thing that they do there called a poop dollar, where they wipe their ass with $1 and throw it on the ground and wait for someone to pick it up, and they have the poop dollar.
What's the goal here?
I don't know. That's just an insane. Because I would be like, what? If that happened to me, someone's dying that night.
Sure.
I'm tracking you down.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like the Predator. I'm gonna appear in bushes and come after you.
I mean, you throw $100 down, I might think about it.
Yeah, because I'm like, I might be able to wash that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I've washed money in the dryer before.
Oh yeah.
It comes out pretty clean.
It stays together too.
Yeah.
Doesn't fall apart like
Nope.
toilet paper.
Yeah, it's all crinkly at first, but then eventually eventually it gives back to its elasticity.
Absolutely. You can straighten it back out.
Oh man. So what made you venture out to Nashville? Like, from being
that's
home?
kind of a story in itself. I mean, I tried to venture out. I had been playing up until the time I moved to Nashville. I had been playing at my church, my home church. I'd been doing that for, I don't know, probably 15 years. And during that time, I had played some small little bar gigs and just kind of like trying to find my footing in that realm, at least at first. And then I had an opportunity to move with an artist. She's actually from my area. We moved together as a band, and that's just kind of my introduction to Nashville and the industry, and kind of figuring out the ins and outs, and and so that was my first initial experience. And then after COVID hit, things just kind of fell apart, and I moved back home. And I knew that I didn't, because listen, I spent almost 12 years, off and on for 12 years, I was in construction. I was doing block and brick masonry. And I was great at it. I was driving the all-terrain forklifts, you know what I'm saying? I was building all the scaffolding. I was toting block and doing everything pertaining to that job. But I knew there was something more, and I had talked to a few people around, and they're just like, why don't you try the music thing? And mainly because my friends and people around the house, we would always have field parties. I mean, throw big ass parties on the weekends.
Those are my favorite parties.
Bonfires.
Oh.
I mean, everything you hear in a country song, we lived it, and I have been that way since.
That's why I try to explain to like people, like especially like in the city, like because everyone coming to the show tonight usually lives either in Ohio or they live like in the country area. You're not getting city people.
Sure.
And they're like, oh, country music all sounds the same. I'm like, did you ever go out in the country? That's what it is.
Right.
Like it's a lot of like field parties. Like
For
there
sure.
is hard work. There is things like that, but there is a great party that happens Friday night.
Party hard, work hard, sleep hard.
Yeah. You go to the dive bar when it's the wintertime.
Sure. Yeah, I was in and out of that all the time. I mean, I had, not really traveled, but I had went in surrounding counties, and people wanted to hear me sing. I would sing and play, probably 10 songs. One of the most requested that I had at the time was Simple Man. Skynyrd. And so that's kind of the beginning of all of this, and before that I didn't really know if I wanted to, or I didn't even think it was a possibility to even consider pursuing this, and just one thing led to another. I got locked in Nashville whenever that was, and moved back home, and I still had those contacts, and I had people around in the Southeast that knew who I was, and just booked one show here, one show there, and before I knew it, that following year, I was booked every weekend. I mean, I was literally bouncing between 9 and 10, sometimes 11 artists. Nothing on a big scale.
That's got to be hard, though, because it's different set lists, different songs. I mean, I'm sure, like, when you're playing with artists, like, everyone's doing covers at that time, too.
Sure.
So it's like...
Oh, that's all it was.
Yeah, we're sharing the same song, so it's like, okay, I already know how to do this.
Yeah.
But, like, if they do any originals, that'd be the hard ones, the different ones.
Well, what came later on for me was the ability to, I learned just very fundamental theory, but also the numbers, learning the scales by number. That made that changed the whole game for me. And so once I figured that out, they wanted to throw something in last minute. They wanted to text or call like a day before the show. Oh, by the way, we're going to throw in 2 different songs. And I'm like, great, send me the key. I'll listen to it. I'll chart it out, and we'll roll with it. And so you just pick up things, over time. And so I did that, and I was just, I don't know, it just kind of unfolded the way it is now, and the rest is history. But it's been a wild ride, man, and I love it. And what I was going to say, I was going to tie this back into, I'm trying to stay out of going back to the construction world if I can help it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm living a dream right now. I'm living the dream, the top. Like, this is it. Like, I love this. This is, I mean, it's so relaxed. There's caveats to any and everything in life. There's always something that'll come up, or you're dealing with people. But the bottom line is, this was something that I had been wanting for the last at least 10 years, and it's finally coming about.
I totally get that, man, because like my dream would be to do this full time,
sure,
and like just do stand up and stuff.
Yeah.
But until then, I have to have a day job to pay the bills, so I can travel and stuff. Because
gotta make
that's
that
nice.
money.
But like I know where you're coming from, the blue collar background. Like, you worked in construction, I worked in a factory.
Sure.
So it was like working the night.
Same people.
Yeah.
Same people.
I liked it because it was like, I always liked midnight shift. That was my favorite because I'm a night owl.
Right.
Like, I'll be up till 4 a.m.
Sure.
Easy. Even though I got up at 6. Like, I'll still be up. The next day's going to suck, but I'll still be up. Mm-hmm. And that's nothing right. Nothing that I needed to take to get that way. I've just always been that way.
Well, that's what makes this easy for me. I'm by nature, I think, I am also a night owl, and going through the motions of waking up at 5 o'clock every morning, and it's either, you're looking at just a blister hot day out there, or you're looking at like terrible winter weather, and you're out in either one.
Yep.
You got to be on the job at 6, and everything's froze over, or you're just preparing not to die that day. You know, and I just got so sick of the whole rigmarole. I just hate that so much.
Big words, right?
Rigmarole.
I want to know who the fuck came up with that word.
I have no clue, dude.
That's a prime example. You can make up words and just say they mean
I didn't
something.
even really want to use that word, but it's the only one that came to mind.
I know, right? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, you could just make up shit and just say that and be like, yeah, that's what that means.
Somebody was successful because we still use it.
That's true.
I say we. It depends on who you ask.
Yeah. If you had an old teacher, you know that word.
Yes.
Because they taught that word to us, like by saying that's what we were doing.
Yeah, exactly. My grandpa was one of the biggest influences on my life, I think. But he would use all kind of, and it was all old Appalachian. My grandma did too, and just little words that nobody really understands.
Okay, well, so I'm trying to think how to describe this. Has your grandfather ever made like off-color jokes to you?
Oh, all the time.
I never expected it, because it was like, as a kid, like, you get a lot of fart jokes, which that's cool.
Sure.
I can rock with that.
Yeah.
But after a certain point, then it starts getting a little bit weird. Like, I remember one time I was screwing in something for my grandfather. He's like, "Did you find that hole yet?" He's like, "I'm pretty good at finding holes, right?" I'm like, "That's disgusting." You sick motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. I never experienced that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my grandfather was one of those ones where, like, when he died, they had to throw out like all the classic Playboys.
Oh, no.
Like, they were just stacked.
Right.
Stacked and stacked. And it was like, like, he was one of those, like, you had to, like, before you go in to see what Grandpa's watching.
Sure.
Grandma has to go in first, make sure.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, "You're cool with this?" Like it's just like a weird like.
Yeah. Off color for sure. What you're explaining sounds extreme, and that was not the case.
It was kind of traumatizing.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a plus because then you're like, "Oh yeah, you have to go get something in the barn," and they're like, "I don't have internet out here." Just taking mental pictures the whole time.
Sure.
Oh man. Yeah. So as soon as you said like your grandpa, I'm thinking like the typical like Southern grandpa, like awesome. Like did you ever see that guy that does the skits where he's like, "What you doing over there? Like get over here!" Like and using like these.
Oh yeah, I've seen. That for whatever reason brought to mind the bad grandpa thing with the Johnny Knoxville. It's just the first thing that I pictured. I'm just like, oh my god, it's terrible.
Dude, when me and my brother went to go see that in the theater, and when they're in the diner and they're farting back and forth and he shits his pants and it flies up against the wall, we were like pissing because like everyone in the theater, like you could see the people's reaction. Some of them were going, and there's some people just laughing.
Sure. That was one part of the movie that, like I said earlier, and I've never been into sci-fi or anything. You know, if it seems like if there's a little, just the most subtle little trick or there's a gimmick somewhere, it's just not funny to me. You know?
Oh, really? You don't like the Jackass movies where they?
Yeah, I tried to get into it with my friends, and I'm just like, I can't get on board.
So, I remember the first I watched the new Jackass. And the opening scene is somebody painted their dick green, and it made it look like Godzilla marching through the town. And it's stupid shit. Like, so but dumb. Then you can't help but laugh at it because it's so stupid.
Sure, yeah.
But then there was one they were playing this game where like they couldn't make a noise, and it was Steve-O's turn, and they dropped a skateboard like a guillotine, and he had to put his feet in between, and when they pulled it. They just had one, and they just yanked the cord. They didn't even give him time. As soon as the board hits his shins, he just goes, and like too late, made the noise.
That's so stupid.
But I'm like, I could not fucking handle that.
Yeah,
that would tear like, ugh.
Yeah, that's miserable. And them boys put themselves through hell.
Oh,
I never understood that. Like, and I don't mind. Like, I got a pretty high pain tolerance.
Yeah.
But just watching that makes it just like so cringy. Well, I don't know.
There's some parts where it's like, all right, guys, you took it too far. Them playing the horse, like drinking horse cum. You lost me.
Yeah.
You lost me on that one.
Yeah.
I think that's where I got to that point in the movie, and I said, "We're done. We shut this off. We're good."
I've seen enough.
Yeah, but there was a good one on there. They had this one of the new guys, and his dad was like a dude that just got out of prison, but he don't fuck with insects, and they don't tell him. They put this big like orb over, like glass thing over his head, and there's like a tube running between them, and they drop a spider in there, and this thing's got like fangs, and the one guy gets the spider to go into that guy's thing. He passes out, but he has a hold of someone's arm like he's about ready to snap this motherfucker's arm in half.
That's nuts.
Oh, shit. Hey, I'm going to check the camera real quick. We'll be right back. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
Sweet. Yeah, you're good, man. Yeah, the only thing is, like, you definitely the mic is weird. Like, a lot of people, like, hold the mic down lower. Like, so people do that in comedy, too.
When I'm singing, I eat it.
Yeah, so like as long if you keep it up like that, like you're singing almost.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to hold it like
Yeah, sure. Just right in here.
Yeah, if I hold it up like I'm worried my mustache hair is going to get shocked.
Yeah.
From the mic.
That's a grounding issue.
I think okay. So you're old school. Like you grew up with like old school country, right?
Sure.
It's like George Jones. Do you ever see that picture from the Outlaws album? The picture they used for Waylon. He gives a look back at the sound guy because he got shocked from the mic. And someone snapped a photo of that. Of him, he's giving like a dirty look to the sound guy.
Oh, wow.
And they took that photo and then just took like Photoshop at the time like with the coats covering up his face.
Sure.
And that's how you get that photo.
Interesting.
Yeah, I love I love country music knowledge like that. I'm a fucking nerd for that.
That's I love that, and I love people around me who are knowledgeable in all the history. I'm not a nerd at all.
Oh, really?
About anything, yeah. I don't
know, man.
Sure, I'll have an opportunity to kind of like share this later on too, but man, I am like a dog in life. I literally live in this moment. I don't remember much unless it's important, naturally prioritization for different situations.
But you like experiencing things.
Yeah.
Like
for
just
sure.
being in the middle of the moment, being like, this is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
And then I leave it there, which sometimes I wish I could remember things, but I'm just like, man, I should really start journaling or something. Yeah.
I've become more like that as I've gotten older. Because like me, I used to just go to concerts all the time and like take pictures and study all that stuff. Now I'm just like, you know what? It's kind of fun just going out, not taking photos, and just being in the moment and just meeting people.
Sure.
Because I've met so many cool people at concerts doing goofy shit.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite move is when I'm single and someone's playing like a love song, you just grab a beer can and you slow dance with it. Parker McCollum called it out one time, I guess, like on I got a show around here. So that's the kind of stupid shit I like to do.
Wow. Okay.
Do you have any cool like stories like from a show that you've seen, like a cool like moment?
Yeah, I'm not much of a concert goer either.
Oh, really?
And so yeah, there's a couple in the past that I went to, but nothing crazy happened.
There's some people it's like I have to see.
Yeah,
like the Stones or something like that.
Yeah, I would love to see something legendary. There's some bands, some legend acts that I've seen, but it's not the same as it was, or it should. Or in my mind, it's not the same as it was, I think, and it's just not the feeling is just not as enticing to me.
There's somebody that there was a show I went to, and I hesitate to say the name because I'd love to have him on a podcast one time, but it might never happen either. But I was really disappointed because it was a legend, and I was like, man, I can't wait to see him live because I've heard so many stories over the years and how great it would be. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh, I got to remember this guy's also 70. And it's, I don't know, like he just did too much that was different compared to the music that it was kind of throwing you off. And that's why I hate Garth Brooks anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
No, Garth Brooks puts on a hell of a show.
The videos and some of the media that I've seen, like over the decades, where he used to be, that dude was
he's on wires flying
crazy.
Through the air and shit.
And during that time, like that was unheard of for a country artist, especially. Yeah. I think that kind of attributed to his fame because he was just so outlandish in the country world.
Okay,
as far as live shows go.
So 90s country, let's fight for the king here.
Okay.
Because you got Garth, which is pretty undeniable. Like, he was doing stuff that nobody else was doing. Like, in turn, broke so many records and, like, kind of paved the way that, hey, you can break through the mainstream doing country. Then you got George Strait, which then his 90s, I don't know, man, 80s or 90s, George Strait is pretty banger. And you got pure country in there. Then you got Alan Jackson. Who's the top out of those three? That's a tough one.
That's a tough call. I will say, it depends on what angle you're looking at it from. I mean, if you're looking at it for entertainment, naturally, out of those three, Garth.
Because Garth was on SNL. He did, things like that.
Sure.
Chris Gaines.
But, Alan Jackson and Strait, they both had great, just legendary songs. For me, and I'm a fan of both, equally, I would say. But I would also, for the majority, and I'm not speaking for anybody, I'm just saying, like, I think as a whole, George
This
Strait...
is the hardest question someone's ever asked you.
I think...
This is like the nerd version of Kirk or Picard.
Yeah, for sure. I think George Strait takes it.
That's... See, I gotta say, George Strait is probably the best in terms of classic country.
Sure.
Because he didn't have a lot of party songs. Even his party songs are classic, like Texas country, like. But then Alan Jackson's got some slow ones that are real bangers, Here in the Real World.
Oh yeah, man. All those
Midnight in Montgomery. That's underrated. No one talks about that one.
For sure. Yeah, I got a buddy back home. He has he's a huge Hank Jr. fan. He's also a huge Alan Jackson fan. He's got box sets of all these deluxe, everything. And he and I, every time we talk, which is very seldom, but when we do, I'm like, what you know about Midnight in Montgomery? Like, that's one of those songs that just, I that's probably, I don't really have a favorite song, but that would probably be one of three or four. Probably
that one. And I remember I met this one country singer at a show. Like it was like a meet and greet thing, but she's really good. She's really big on TikTok. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And when I told her my name was Andy, she's like, "Oh, like the Alan Jackson song." And I'm going, "What fucking Alan Jackson song has Andy in it?" You know which one it was?
Andy walks with me, and he talks with me.
No. And he made this house a home. I was like, that's
Smart.
where you. I was, but like I think she was like might have been drinking during that time.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, that's where. Okay, I could see how you mixed that up. That's fine.
Right. Yeah. I've heard the same or something similar about the old gospel song. And he walks with me, and he talks with me.
Oh yeah,
funny.
they said God's name is Andy. That's what it was.
Right.
That's kind of fun. Yeah, I need to use that one time as a pickup line.
You should.
I should use it for like in case I ever go down south and find one of the country religious girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of them like.
She'll get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
Believe me.
I bet, man. Nashville's a fun town. Have you ever you got any cool party stories? Like being at Red Door one night or something?
Well, I've been at Red Door a bunch. I will say I went to Broadway early on in my experience of, again, being in Nashville, being in the industry. So some people that I was hanging out with, I went to Broadway for like the second or third time.
I'm curious of what year, like time, if you're going to give a year on it.
Okay, I would say
pre-pandemic.
Yeah, pre-pandemic, but it's like a year. I'd say.
But like it's weird, even saying 2014 to 2018 Nashville, wild differences.
Sure, yeah.
Like wild.
I'm saying
differences.
2019.
Okay.
Probably fall from what I remember. The absolute. And I remember waking up the next morning, I felt like just dog shit. I don't think I've ever been so drunk in my life. And I've been drunk many times in my adult life. But, dude, I woke up remembering the first thing I looked at was my banking account.
Yeah, that's always a scary.
That one hurt. That one right there, I decided from then on, I will never step foot on Broadway again unless I'm getting paid to be there.
So they did this one move one night on my brother, and he got pissed because he's like, I've been drinking these things since 10 o'clock, but as soon as the band came on, they said, oh, it's band night, so they raised the price. He's like, are you fucking serious? Like, just because like from there was no music at one point to when there was music, they upcharged him.
Right.
I can't remember which bar it was, but he was like pissed.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a stark difference in the time that I left Nashville and then going back every now and then. I'll run up and play a whiskey jam, or I might sit in on a couple of songs with some buddies of mine on Broadway. I drink Jack. If I order a Jack drink or Jack and Coke, I always get a double. So from that time to like say around this era in time and space, I wouldn't say it's doubled, but it's significantly more than what it was just a few years ago.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm paying like $25. It depends on where you're at,
Jesus.
too. $25, $30 a drink, yeah.
That's what I said. Like, I want to. Everybody
Silly. Just silly.
A bunch of comics wanted to go down to Nashville for Kill Tony when it was down there.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why we didn't, like, I gotta tell them, if we're going to Nashville, I'm not going Broadway.
Right.
And they're like, no, we gotta go to Broadway. I said, do you understand how expensive it is to drink in Broadway? Sure. I can take you to places it's way more fun and way cooler shit's gonna happen. I'm telling you, let me be your guide on this one. Like, my brother was my guide, and then like I took that knowledge, and I feel like I'm the tour guide now when I take people there.
Yeah. You ever been to Santa's Pub?
I do. I got a funny story about the first time I was in Santa's Pub. First time me and my brother are there, and they were having karaoke night, and there was one guy there that he was on the feminine side, and he swings around the pole and gets this close to my brother's face, and all he does is just look at him and goes, I will fuck you up. And the dude backed off real quick because he was just like, wait a minute, you are way too close to me.
Sure.
Just back off, sir.
Wow.
But we had a great night down there. It was fun. Like, it was cool. Yeah. They never sold like Jack or nothing.
Yeah.
And then the second time I went back, I met Santa.
Okay.
Yeah. You got any cool Santa's Pub stories?
No, not really. What I really enjoy, though, I think it may be Sunday nights or Monday nights. I'm not even sure if they do it now. But it was like an all-star. They had all the old heads, from past artists and stuff. They'd get together and play, just jam. And
sweet.
It's just a relaxing. My experience there, it was just a relaxing place.
Yeah,
just to sit back, have a drink with some friends, and it's a small, little cozy, little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it was like a Friday night we went down. It was like it was just a party night.
Sure. Yeah.
And then the second time I went, I was leaving Losers, and I met Brett Eldridge in passing.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, I was talking to one of the bouncers. He's like, "Dude, Brett's here," and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I was like, I just want to walk up to him and. My favorite move when I meet like some country singers is throw out a B cut because everyone like, oh shit, I know you really listen now.
Sure, yeah.
So I looked at him and was like, hey man, my mom really loved that song Raymond. And Raymond is a song where it's like,
I don't think I've heard that one.
He's a guy taking care that works at an old folks home, and this woman has dementia, and she calls him Raymond because that was her son that died in Vietnam. And so he just like accepts the fact that he's Raymond, like to her to make her feel good. Cool. And I was like, that's a really sad song. And I got goosebumps now thinking about it. And but I told him that, and he was like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, hey, have a good night. I'm heading down to Santa's Pub. And this guy has no idea who I am. He goes, dude, make sure you bring cash. He goes, it's cash only there.
Nice.
I was like, you didn't have to do that.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Sweet of you.
Yeah, like sometimes you have those nice moments with like a celebrity where you're just like, "Aw,
right, yeah.
Hey, he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy after all."
Yeah,
yeah. One of my favorite celebrity is country music. Randy Houser, man, what a dude! This guy. It's probably 3 years ago. I just kind of bumped into him at this festival that I was playing with a different artist, and man, he was side stage watching all the other acts, and I just so happened to recognize him. At first, I didn't because he was in normal,
plain clothes.
Yeah, I had no idea. I think he had a hood on or something, and I just kind of stood there a second. I was like, okay, how do I approach this guy and not come across as one of those? You know what I'm saying? Because I never want to be. And I hate people that are.
Well, sometimes you just want to like. It's like it makes a bad name for like when you want to do that stuff because you just want to walk up and be like, hey man, I really appreciate like this thing that you did.
Sure.
And that's it. That's all I want to say. I didn't want a picture. Just I really like this thing you did. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was literally maybe 2 minutes, and I just stood there and I just kind of looked over at him, and he was just kind of jamming with the music or whatever, and I was like, hey man, you're Randy Houser, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, man, I'm from South Carolina. I explained, I was like, I'm from South Carolina. I've been a huge fan since I was a kid. I appreciate all your legendary songs.
Boots
and
on.
Boots on, and I named just a couple. He's like, yeah, man. And so we just went off in this whole ass conversation like we knew each other forever. And I'm like, that if I ever become that's what I want to look like. That's what I want to be to the people who necessarily don't have that opportunity,
I remember I just graduated high school. He played my local our local county fair, and it was right when like I think he had 2 albums out. Like it was like They Call Me Cadillac. Mm-hmm. So I bought the 2 albums, like, and I listened to those on repeat. Like there was a song on one of those albums that I listened to it years later, and I was fucking crying on my way to work, and I had to like fix myself. But it's I think it was like his dad singing to him in his sleep or something, like singing him to sleep. Whew, because like then it like ends with like his dad dying and him like doing the same thing to him, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn you, like,
make a grown man cry.
Oh well, him and Jamie Johnston are like such a powerhouse together.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to see those dudes team up like more.
Yeah. They really should. I think there's a lot of artists that I think would blend well together, just on a couple little releases.
Oh yeah, you hear 2 different voices, and you're like for instance, I was like, why did it take so long for Brad Paisley and Keith Urban to get together to do a song? Because I like that Start a Band, I think. Mm-hmm. But like I was like, these 2 like always like reminded me, like I feel like those 2 would go together. just because like they're known for their guitar playing abilities.
Right.
What's some artists you would like to see like duet together?
You know,
Or if you could sing a song with somebody.
Well, I'll take that one first. I love, and I always have. I'd love to meet Clint Black. He was one of my favorites back in the day.
Ooh.
Probably now more of kind of an underdog kind of situation because he wasn't as popular as the other ones, but he's one of my favorites. And he or Hank Jr., I'd love to just kind of
just pick his brain.
That, or maybe just jump in on a song. You know what I'm saying? On stage. That would be a fun.
I seen him. It was New Year's Eve 2014. He played the Bash on Broadway, and which was like the second year they think they did like a New Year's showdown. And Hank's never played New Year's Eve because like it's my dad's death. I'm not doing it.
Sure.
But he decided this time he was going to do it.
Okay, nice.
And I watched Hank walk off stage that one. They wanted him to do something that he didn't want to do. They literally you can see this guy walk up with a card, show it to him. He just goes, and then he walked off for the ball drop.
Wow.
And then he came back and played. They must have convinced him because like he was like, you could. My brother Leighton Dover goes, he's pissed.
Wow. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
What I do understand, people that have been around Hank and know him personally, like. And rightfully so, but he's like, you know, Hank is all about some Hank Jr. And I'm like, I guess I would be too if I was with his name. Shoot.
I mean, it's like you grow up with everyone telling you you're the greatest, like your dad was the greatest and you're the son of the greatest and stuff. Yeah. Like, and he went through some like shit.
Traumatizing things, man.
They want him to first, I mean, think about the damage that probably happened when he fell off the mountain.
Sure.
Like, yeah, he lived, but no one's talked about like, hey, how much? Like, he's probably been through like 15 car accidents with that.
There's no telling what kind of therapy that comes behind that either that he's not talking about because
he probably doesn't. He's probably old school, and I ain't going to therapy.
Yeah,
I'm just going to drink.
I mean, I don't. Even at that though, I don't see how anybody can live and be.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Just cognizant of anything.
His mom had him on stage when he was 3. And you're growing up with that, so it's like school ain't, school's not important.
Right.
Like, so it's weird how like your environment can warp you or help you.
Sure.
And sometimes sometimes it helps. Like, I mean, it made him a great entertainer.
Right.
But it's like, what's the guy like?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to spend some time with him for sure, because they're all getting old, but he's on up there now and. Only Lord knows how long he's going to hang around, And this year we actually had some opportunities to play. We played some Rock the Country stuff, and he was there, so I got to sit side stage, at least see him, from that distance, which was cool. My dad, he was a Hank Jr. fan when I was young. He had the one album on cassette. It was Man of Steel. I don't know if you remember that one, but man,
where my dad? Yeah,
that's where it all started for me. When I was, we were driving around in this old 80s, I think it's like an 86, 87 little Chevy pickup, and we'd go. I'd ride with Dad. We'd pull the camper, or we would go to the dump, and he would have that tape playing all the time. I just loved.
My brother is a huge Hank Jr. fan.
Yeah,
and I even like that the last album he did. He has that song Icon. Yeah. He's like, don't call me. I was like, yes. Like, that song, that would get stuck in my head, and I have to listen to it.
It kind of takes you back, too, because...
It sounds like old Hank.
Yep.
Like, it sounds like, And he, like I said, there's some slow songs that he does not get credit for.
Right.
Do you ever hear the one, it's called Everything Comes Down to Money and Love?
I haven't heard that one, no.
That's what I said, man. I know the deep cuts.
I'm going to check it out, though.
That's a good one, man. Like... There's that one. Outlaw Women is really good.
Outlaw Women's good.
Love OD'd in Denver.
Yeah.
No one talks about it.
I have that one on a playlist. I found that like 3 years ago. And it's just like a fun little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorites, but...
Well, so he stopped playing it for a while. Like, my brother's like, he hasn't played that one forever. And then we went and seen him... I bought my brother tickets. We were in the pit. And... he played that one, and it was so cool. Like, he was like, not. My brother was like, I never expected to hear this one live.
Yeah.
Like, because it's such an old song. Like, there's no way he's pulling that one out.
One of my favorite Hank songs is "Lone Wolf." Always has been.
Mm-hmm.
That's a badass. I love that song.
I liked when he did Amos Moses.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so that's a Southern Thunder album.
Yep.
That's like, yeah, he has like some funny, goofy ones.
He's
Like,
got a
there's
ton
Don-
of those.
Yeah, Don Juan de Bubba.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a deep one when you tell people that one.
I'll say this. I love because he don't care.
Yeah.
He's going to put it out if he likes it, and it's going to land on an album somewhere, and it just becomes a part of his cachet. I mean, that's just the bottom line, and that's part of the reason I love that so much is because he just kind of he does his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't like it,
I like the one, and this one's super timely. I like to reshare it because it is timely. Why can't we all just get a long neck?
Yeah.
And it's filmed at the stage.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
just
good
such
one.
a fun song because
Fun
it's
song.
like, it's totally right. Like, why can't you, like, why don't we all sit down and have a beer
Yeah.
and find the common things? Like,
That's it.
that's why I call it the tailgate. Because it's, I want tailgate vibes. Like, you drink, I drink, and we just talk.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah. I think you were telling me before you're like not a sports guy. That's got to be hard in Nashville, dude.
Yeah, it's even harder at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm from South Carolina. And,
Yeah.
you know, I'm upstate, so I literally live 20 minutes from Clemson University.
Yeah.
And so everywhere I go, I explain this whole thing, and they're just like, oh, what side? You know, what team? I'm like, neither. Because, listen, I grew up hearing this from both sides of my family. Everybody around is always, you know, one or the other. And for whatever reason, listen, don't get me wrong, I love to watch a game of football like anybody else. But I would prefer to watch it from a distance and just, like, you know, have a cold one.
Yeah.
Just
I'd rather watch it on TV or something.
eat a sub, you know, and just kind of like
Yeah,
chill out
or
with
eat
the
a-
boys and just enjoy the ambience, you know. And I'll go to a game to tailgate or something, but as far as like digging into who's who and who's doing what, they have done nothing to amplify or just, you know, they haven't done anything for me. So
Yeah.
why would I?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't
That's
track
my
stats.
mentality.
I can't track stats. Like, don't get me wrong. I love going to. Like, there is fun. Like, when you watch a Steeler game up here, it is so intense.
Oh, I can't imagine.
You go to a bar like in Pittsburgh on a Sunday and watch a Steeler game.
Sure.
The intensity, like, you better not talk during a play. Like, forget trying to hit on a girl. It's not happening.
Yeah,
You're not gonna talk to her.
Right.
Like,
It's the same way at home. And what I've heard of, you know, Georgia, even like the I don't even know where the Carolina Panthers stack up now, but you know that's Charlotte, North Carolina kind of area. But that's also because it's national. It's also a pretty big deal at home, and so it's the same way. You go to a bar and they're watching the game, like there's no focus except for what's on the TV.
yeah, I can't focus like that.
And I'm just like, why? We're wasting time here.
Yeah.
Bottom line. And
Yeah, there's like, I could be doing something.
yeah.
Like, I could actually be doing that.
Or we could be having a conversation. Or we could just be listening to freaking T-Pain and cutting a rug. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I fucking love T-Pain. Yeah.
I like his old school stuff, man. When I was coming out of high school, he was, or maybe thereafter, he was literally like coming out. And
I remember the first time
cool.
T-Pain song I heard was Kiss Kiss with him and Chris Brown.
I forgot about that song.
Yeah, my sister bought the album that day, and we were listening to that one. And then there was Bartender.
Yeah.
You know, so many different ones between. I'm trying to think like all the different ones now. But he was like killing it. And then they put him on SNL and they did I'm on a Boat.
Mm-hmm.
That one, you'll forget, like, you probably think you don't know the words to I'm on a Boat right now. But if I played I'm on a Boat right now, you're going to sing every single word. It's just that good.
Yeah.
It's like that iconic. Is that you just remember this? You remembered every word.
Have you ever been into rap at all? Like,
A little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, I got into
Who's
it.
your favorite? Do you have a favorite artist?
Okay, so it's a toss up, and I'm gonna. This sound. You could tell I listen to top 40 rap
Sure.
because it's a toss up between Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Those are my two favorites.
I got you.
Because Snoop Dogg had me with Go to Church. Or no, Ice Cube had me with Go to Church. Mm-hmm. That if you were scared, motherfucker, go to church. My buddy put that on a mixtape, and the following song was The Dance by Garth Brooks.
Oh, wow.
My brother goes, well, talk about a 180.
Yeah. You're a psycho. That's what I would say.
Yeah. It was like we loved that CD, too, because it was so funny to get the jump in between.
That's funny.
And, yeah, there was that one. I'm trying to think of another.
Well, I'll just go ahead and share you mine. I only have two favorites. One, no bias. It's just what it is. Eminem all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Old and new. Like, he just keeps progressing. He's trying. He just stays on top, in my opinion. And I'm not I'm not a nerd of anything. I like what I hear. Number two, Busta Rhymes all day long. I love that guy.
In terms of like skill, you're at the top right there.
Yes.
Eminem can
Lyrical.
make a rhyme out of anything.
Yeah. And
Busta Rhymes is like so fast.
And he changes his vocals. He changes his voice during his, especially his older stuff. Back in the 90s, man, he was just top. And anytime I'm around people that, if I have this conversation, I always kind of lead into that because I'm like, I want to see where he stacks up with other people, you know. And from what I gather, for the most part, most people know who Busta Rhymes is, but they don't really know, like, they're not a fan like I am. So I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't have opened this can because you're going to piss me off if you say that he's not one of the best. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's what I said. There's like terms of skill level there.
Right.
Oh, I got to check the camera real quick. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're back on. Yeah, man, we were talking about, like, growing up. Like, you're a 90s kid, right? Like, we're both, like, I think you're only
tried and true.
I think you were like a senior when I was in high school, or when I was a freshman in high school. Like that, like type of age difference.
Up, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So like, what's some? Because we were talking. Like, I seen you liked one of the clips where we were talking about '90s cartoons. What'd you grow up on, Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
I was a Nickelodeon kid.
Okay.
All the way, and we had I think it was on channel 38 cable for all you old folks out there.
Yeah,
Cartoon
start
Network.
Throwing out numbers like that, then people are gonna be like, "What was the channel that you could kind of see things? what was that channel? We all know that channel."
It was 3 for VCR, VHS tapes, and 38 for Cartoon Network. I forgot what Nickelodeon. Oddly enough, I forgot that channel, but yeah. I
remember channel 96. I seen a glance, like a glimpse of a naked person. And I was pumped.
Just like a static.
Yeah, it was a static image,
silhouette.
like projecting. I don't know if like the internet caught the antenna a little bit.
Yeah,
and I got like a glimpse of internet porn.
That was just the introduction to all we have now. I mean, that's just they were trying to subliminally.
Kids today are just getting bombarded with it all the time.
Yeah,
but like we grew up where you had to hunt for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you had to move the my grandparents' house. You had to move the antennas to get them right.
Yeah, and either that or like you had to go on like Indiana Jones searches.
Yeah,
like scour like a relative's room like when they aren't home, or because like I know you got some secret shit in here.
Yeah,
what you got? What you got?
Exactly.
What you got?
Yeah. Now, do you remember much about Nickelodeon? I know you've talked about.
I remember the one. I went back and forth because depending on what was on, because sometimes Cartoon Network would show a lot of the old cartoons.
Sure, yeah.
And some of those weren't as good because it's like I'm not getting Looney Tunes, I'm getting generic old cartoons that I don't like.
Yeah.
And
it depended on the time of the day.
Right. And so when that would happen, I'm switching over to Nickelodeon. I'm seeing all that.
Sure.
Stuff like that. I remember Hey Arnold growing up. See, I didn't remember like the Rocco. Like I know you were talking like. We were talking about your favorite one.
Man.
I'll let you say that one.
Rocco's Modern Life, baby. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a lifetime fan.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much adult jokes were all on those shows.
Yeah, dude, that was one. Everybody talks about Ren and Stimpy, which you had mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
You and I were talking. But, man, Rocco's Modern Life was a subliminal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Works at a sex line.
Oh, man.
The one girl keeps wanting to fuck him. One guy's wife's trying to fuck him. Like,
yeah, it's weird. Yeah, the big heads.
Yeah.
The toads.
Yeah,
across
look
the
into
street.
my eye. Yeah, she has that smoker voice, too.
Do it.
Then look into my eyes. Yeah.
Fred.
I had a teacher that was like that in school. She was a Spanish teacher.
Uh-huh.
which learning Spanish from a lady with a smoker voice is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's some other ones? I'm trying to think what the other. Because it's like I watched all the Cartoon Network, so I had like Dexter's Lab, like those ones, like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, those were definitely Cartoon Network, and those were some of my favorites too. Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls was.
I remember when Powerpuff Girls was like they were showing the ad for it.
Really?
Like they were like coming soon, the Powerpuff Girls.
Interesting.
You see them shoot across.
That's cool. Yeah, the announcer guy.
Yeah,
he was always just like a stadium football announcer.
Well, I know the mayor is the same guy that does SpongeBob.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can watch if you want to see what he looks like. It's kind of weird. There's like this.
Let's be honest. He was probably a pedo too.
He has that look. If you would see him, he has those glasses that looks like SpongeBob. Like, he looks like SpongeBob if he was a person. It's insane to me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on this like 190s like sketch show too. It was like I know too much weird shit like that.
I remember Nickelodeon had a lot of real shows. It wasn't always cartoons. One of my favorite shows was Salute Your Shorts. I don't know if you remember that one.
I heard about it.
It was early 90s. It was just about a group of kids at this summer camp. And it was just really funny. They had a bully and his sidekick, which was a big fat guy, and they were always just like, anybody new that came into the camp was just...
See, yeah.
It was just I don't know, it's kind of satirical too, but I just love, that's one of the shows that sticks out in my mind the most. That one, there was just a bunch of...
There was was it Hidden Temple?
Hidden Temple Run or something like that. Yeah, that was always a favorite. And then at night they had what they call a Snicket. It was a Snick, but it was Nick at Night.
Yeah,
is what it was. And
you
they
get the
played
old shows. It's almost like TV Land.
Yeah, exactly. And, man, what a time to be alive, though. I mean, the toys. I still have, in my parents' attic, believe it or not, I still have a Tyco, the company called Tyco. I think they've been sold out since then. But they had this car. It was called the Rebound. Mm-hmm. And it was a truck on one side and a car on the other. And it was just one of those that you just hit the button and the Joker just flips on its... on either side.
Yeah, I remember those.
It's an all-terrain vehicle, man. That was one of my absolute favorite memories of, just having that around. And then I was into G.I. Joe. I was into, even there was a show called Street Sharks.
Okay, I remember Street Sharks.
They had a bunch of, like, the toy line was just unmatched at the time. You know what I'm saying?
There was so much cool shit that we had in the 90s because you had Sonic the Hedgehog was a cartoon.
Yes. Yeah.
You had Donkey Kong had a weird CGI show that was freaky.
Yeah. A lot of those derived from Japan, too. That was like early anime.
We had Power Rangers growing up.
Yeah.
Funniest thing about watching Power Rangers is I remember one time like they were trying to stop a bus from going over a cliff, but you could clearly tell it was a matchbox. Like he's holding the matchbox and it's rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
Like to me, it was like, no, this looks real. Like now I'm like, oh shit, I was dumb when I was a kid.
Recently, I've revisited some, and YouTube has some clips of some of these shows. But here lately, I'm going to say probably the last year, I've been just on this nostalgia kick.
Okay, same.
Just kind of going back and revisiting these old cartoons and shows and toy commercials and.
So I get those feelings, especially like McDonald's went back to McDonald Land. No, you can't.
Dude.
You can't tell people what the old school McDonald's like commercials were.
Nope.
Like there was a room full of toys. Like it was every McDonald's toy ever made, and you wanted that room because it had it was little. Like they'd have little things that from years ago. Yeah. Taco Bell was cooler. It looked like a playground.
Yeah. I follow some pages on Instagram, and they actually like show real pictures of when it was.
Mm-hmm.
In its prime, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King. You remember when McDonald's had the ball pits?
Yep.
And the big slides.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
I played the ball pit at McDonald's.
That was in the 90s, dude. If for anybody listening that has no clue
that
about
was
what
our
we're
Call
talking
of
about,
Duty,
man, that was it.
like we did it for real.
Yeah, and of course we rode bicycle. I had a bicycle.
And you met, like, that was like your exposure to other kids.
Sure, yeah.
Because, like, you're meeting complete strangers at this McDonald's.
I was going to say, you knew your neighbors. We all had bikes. We all trampled through the woods. But McDonald's, dude, was like a mecca for, like, meeting and people that you had no clue even existed. They were here.
Yeah.
If and
there was always that one douchebag kid, though.
Oh, I was about to say, what you didn't want to do is get caught under the ball pit, covered in all the little plastic balls, and some douchebag kid jump on top of you.
Yep.
Catch a heel to the temple.
Yeah.
That's what you did not
Then
want.
everyone's crying. It ruins everything.
Yeah.
There's always that one kid.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same people getting in trouble today.
Probably.
Those same people that get in trouble and ruin all the fun.
Too. Could be the opposite. Some of these people could have been like CEOs of some big company now if they're listening. Hey.
Yeah, if you're the
you
guy that
nailed me in
jumped
the
on-
head.
Yeah. I'm suing you now. One of those tech billionaires.
Hard times, man. I'm gonna need some money.
Yeah, I caught a heel from him in McDonald's ball pit, circa 1998.
Yeah.
Remember, I was at I went to go see Rugrats the movie in theaters. Like, when I talk about 90s stuff, my dad said no and went to go see The Perfect Storm instead. He was like, I'm not sitting there watching those ugly cartoons. He was
What
that.
year was that? I don't even remember what year that movie was.
Oh, like, it had to be like 9. I was maybe in second grade or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember that one. I remember when Jimmy Neutron, they advertised on Nickelodeon. That was big hype for that.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, Rugrats was definitely a staple during that whole time. And recently, speaking of all the nostalgia and going back, I've actually watched some clips of Rugrats, and it's nowhere. I don't get the satisfaction now of watching Rugrats as I do watching like a show like Rocko's Modern Life or what have you. But those were during the time, and that's all we had.
How about
as far as television? Like, that was the pinnacle.
How about, like, I was telling my
childhood.
parents, I was like, remember how you said this cartoon was ugly? Let me show you one moment from this cartoon. It's Chucky's mom's episode, and my mom is bawling, like crying. That's what I said. Yeah, change your whole perspective on this show now, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, that's wild. Were you ever allowed to watch The Simpsons?
oh, yes.
Yeah.
I remember being like 5 years old going, like doing the Homer and shit.
hilarious.
I remember going, like, trying to, like, ooh, sexy.
Yeah, that's funny. The only time that I ever actually enjoyed and got to experience The Simpsons when I was at a cousin's house.
Oh, dude, go back and
I could
rewatch
not
them.
watch that when I was a kid.
So funny.
My parents were all against that for sure.
Well, so my
But they would let me watch Ren and Stimpy, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here, Mom?
Yeah, did you ever watch the unedited cuts, like the adult cartoon
I
versions?
think I have in later years.
They're way more fucked up now. Like, it was just like, oh no, we can do what we want. Sweet, we're gonna do all the jokes we wanted to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did they have it out? Is it released or is it just?
I think it was on like a Spike TV. Like it was on that like one time. It might be on a YouTube or something.
Right.
Everything's on YouTube now. If you can't find
Everything, dude. Listen, I pay for premium. I pay for
you get no ads.
to skip the ads. I don't know if it's worth it, but I do.
Ooh.
And here's the reason why: because at home, when I'm not on the road, I'm constantly in something. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly working on something.
Yep.
And chances are, whatever that may be, and I work on my vehicles, my utility, everything.
The
at
car
home.
YouTube culture, like,
Man, I'm telling you, somebody somewhere, anybody out there listening who has no clue about how to work on a car, check it out on YouTube.
Yep.
Somebody somewhere has done it or has
and
figured
then
it
follow
out.
that person.
Yeah.
Because one, support them, like
Yeah,
give them likes
for
and
sure.
stuff. Because you never know when you need that guy's help.
For sure.
You never know.
And I grew up, my dad, my uncles, my grandpa, everybody, we never call anybody.
Yep.
You always learn to fix it yourself. And so when I don't know something right away, I immediately I'm
one of
checking out
those-
YouTube, dude, and I find the answer every time.
I'm one of those. I'm going to watch a YouTube video, see how long it takes, and if it's more than like 30 minutes, we're paying somebody. Fuck this. We're not doing it. I'm not wasting my day.
I can't do it. I can't do
hunting
it.
shit down. Like, even changing a light bulb and stuff, I can do that. That's fine. But like if it's something major, like, oh hey, we need you to like, I don't. Can't
There's something rewarding about doing something yourself.
Yep.
Personally, I'm just going to share this. The truck that I drive now, it's a 2007 Chevrolet Silverado. I bought it when it was 2 years old. I've had this truck this past August was 17 years. I've hauled, I've pulled everything with this truck. I've never taken it to a mechanic.
The scariest part to me on that one would be how's the body?
So when I first bought it,
Yeah.
this truck was practically new.
Yeah.
I think because in the sunlight you could see a silhouette of some letters that had been like down the side of the bed.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was a rental truck at one point.
Okay.
It was fairly low miles when I bought it. I got it for a really good deal. You couldn't find the same deal now.
Yeah, you'll never find a good deal on a truck.
Nearly 20 years ago. But the body was straight. The interior was perfect. Since then, I've done a whole bunch of working and pulling and all. So I've beat it up.
Yep.
But it's all intact. I have like 2 major dings. But I just put fresh tires on it like 2 months ago. But this truck, it's got 3. Now I have like 380,000 miles on this truck, and it's still running. I still drive it. I'll drive it back and forth to Nashville with no problem.
I feel like trucks last longer in the South, mostly because you guys don't have to deal with salt on the road.
The salt is a major issue.
Up here, it will eat your car alive.
Absolutely.
Like you have to. There was one guy, how he made his car last so long. They said he'd go and wait till like a good rain, and he'd go mudding with it, cake mud all under the car.
That's a lazy way.
And then wintertime comes, he don't have to worry about it. He just leaves it on there instead of spraying it every year.
Sure.
But that's the only way your vehicle's going to last long.
Well, body work and framework is a complete different animal. But as far as mechanic side of things, and I'm glad of that. I'm glad we don't have that issue. We do have ice. A lot of ice. We have more ice than we have snow, but it's not as consistent as it is here.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about the salt. But I'm always consistently washing my stuff too. It's just like keeping it clean.
Yeah, maintaining it.
Yeah, because my plan is I want to keep this truck no matter, because I plan on getting a new vehicle here pretty soon. And I do have a little secondary. I just recently bought a little S10. I'm a Chevrolet guy. This is a little 94.
Same. I drive it.
Yeah, go
I don't drive a Chevy truck. I drive a Chevy Trax, the American lesbian version. But it just looks like a shrink.
That is the most lesbian thing I've ever heard in my life.
It looks like a shrink down version of a Trailblazer.
Uh-huh.
Like that's literally what it looks like. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the new ones look nice.
Yeah.
The old ones you could be like, I'm gonna question you. But I was like, hey, it was a good deal. It's really good on gas.
I mean, the policy should always be out front and just be open about it. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I have that secondary vehicle, and then, but, later on I'm going to get a new truck, and everything's going to be great. But I plan to keep that thing till I die. And my brothers, I have 2 brothers, 2 younger brothers, and they both asked me, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to make a wheel? Like, if you don't make it home, like, somebody's got to take your truck, right? I'm like,
it's like, I'm just going to leave you who had that song? I'll drive your truck. Lee Bryce song.
I'm
just going to leave that. That's my will.
Yeah. Yeah. So my answer is, if there was a way to bury me in that truck, I would just go that route. But since that's not
Save
an
money
option,
on a coffin.
It would. Since that's not an option, I have yet to just decide what I'm going to do with it.
I feel like if you're going to bury somebody in a truck, you should have it so it's like a ramp. Like have a little ramp so you can just roll it in.
Oh.
That would be way
Nice
better
and
than
easy.
slowly dropping it in. Just let
Yeah.
him just roll in.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Probably be the case.
Yeah,
especially
just
for
put
my
it
brothers.
neutral and just push it down.
My youngest brother, he would just be like, you know what? I don't want to do all this. Let's just chunk Quentin in the dirt and keep the truck.
Yeah, they come back and they're what? Where's the truck at? It's like it's just shaking dust off, like shaking the dirt out of the exhaust and everything.
Yeah. But anyway, I've put on this truck specifically, I've put both wheel hubs on the front myself. Anything mechanically, I keep it sound, and it's all because of YouTube. Just wanted to tie that back.
My dad has an 80. I think it's either an 88 or 87 Chevy S10. No, Chevy Silverado. And I sat in his truck, and I did not realize how small these vehicles are. You know what I'm saying?
They're small.
Like I was like, how are people like compared to what trucks are now? And one rolls up next to it. It's literally like double the size of that truck.
Yeah,
like insane. And I'm like,
mid-sized trucks now are they're I don't know how to describe it. It's the weirdest thing because if you see a full-size truck from '96 or even '86, but you see that era, and then now they're just like double the width, double the height. The bed depth is deeper. Do you have any inclination of why that is or why they started making them?
I have no idea. I think it's because they started making trucks more like family vehicles. So like now it's like you start seeing family, like, you know, a family of 4 will roll up in a truck.
Sure.
Because they are luxury vehicles now.
It looks cool, and nobody wants to drive a minivan.
Yeah. No one wants to drive a Chevy Trax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help. Yeah, it was one of those. I was driving a black Honda Civic. Or no, Honda Accord.
Okay.
So, like, I had a black, you know, kind of like my Batmobile, all right?
Yeah, sure.
And it was good on gas, great for road trips.
Uh-huh.
Like, dude, you would spend maybe $50 going to Nashville driving. And while I was moving, some douchebag, like, hit the back end and totaled the car. So I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And driving a truck in the city sucks. Mm-hmm. You cannot find a place to park in here. Like, in Pittsburgh, it's the worst city, one of the worst cities to drive in. Like, you're trying to take this fucking full-size vehicle.
Sure.
Like, it's like trying to drive a tank through, like...
Candyland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. So I was like, screw it.
I can relate. This. I mean, just...
And they don't make cars anymore at Chevy. Like, everything's a minivan or, like,
crossover.
That's the closest we had to a car.
It's the lesbianist movement, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird.
It has a lot of room, though.
They still have the Corvette.
Yeah, oof.
Z06, baby.
Yeah, and the Camaro.
Camaros are cool. Oh, by the way, my favorite Camaro, again, going back, way back, the 90s, the 93 to like 97 before they actually changed the headlights. Mm-hmm. And I would just have to show you a picture so you can understand. But the 96 Z28 SS is my dream.
I think my brother-in-law had... I know my brother-in-law had a Camaro.
That is a Batmobile.
And they got married in 99. Because I think I remember calling that car the Batmobile. It was this long black car.
They're badass.
Yeah.
So badass. T-tops, straight drive. That's my dream, baby. I'm going to have one for sure.
It's like I remember that car. Damn. And I remember he had to get rid of it because they were having a baby. And I was like, fuck.
Terrible.
That.
Yeah.
If that doesn't make you want to not have kids...
Sure.
Hey, we're having a baby. You got to get rid of your daily drive or your Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
No.
We're going to find another way.
No, you are going to be single.
Yeah.
That's how that. You are single. And
send me the bill.
Exactly. I would love to make that much money that you're just like, send me the bill. Like, I don't have to deal with you.
Same. That, by the way, that is not me.
I'm not
making that kind of money.
No one's doing that. It'd be nice.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, all my life I've been a Chevrolet guy, and I probably will be unless I find one that's just a straight lemon.
Well, it's like everything now is like pretty much like my dad was like, "Oh, don't buy a Dodge, never buy a Dodge." Like hated Dodge, and I was like, all the vehicles now are basically the same.
They're the same,
like
made by the same manufacturers. Everything's coming from China, unfortunately.
Honestly, the best vehicle out there, I think, like people that make vehicles, has to be Toyota. Because their shit runs forever as long as you take care of it and change the oil like when you're supposed to, do all that stuff, maintain the vehicle.
I believe Toyota and Honda as well will always be a mainstay in the automotive industry. For sure.
Yeah, I love that Toyota was like, we'll do hybrids, but we're not doing electric.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
These electric cars are weird, man.
Man, what is the point?
They're like stealth bombers. Because you never know where one's coming. You just start hearing when they pull up.
Well, my concern is, even in American-made cars, with all the electronics and all the computers and all the things that are they pretty much run without it being completely electric. There's so many issues. There's so many. I know guys who buy brand new trucks who within 2 or 3 months they have to send them back to the dealership to say, "Oh, I'm having an issue with my locks going crazy or something." You know, their backup cameras or something. I'm just like, who needs? Number one, who needs? I get the convenience, but who needs all that?
You know what
anyway?
annoys? So I've had this problem now with every vehicle that has it. They have that Apple Play. So you can play your put your maps on the screen, and you can basically look at. It's basically you can work your phone from your car.
Yeah.
And every time, if it's super cold or super hot, the maps want to glitch out.
Wow.
When I need the maps to not glitch out.
Wow.
Because it's I live in this city.
That's what I'm saying.
But I know where nothing is because. Yeah. You take the wrong turn. You're on a bridge halfway across the city.
It'll take you all the way around to get back to where you're supposed to be.
All to get to the next street over.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like we have wormholes in the city that just teleports you to another part, and you're like, "How the fuck did I get here? I went to."
Yeah,
stupid. So you need your GPS navigating this town.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is all that into a fully electric car.
Yeah,
is the dumbest thing.
And then it's like, oh, hey, we have to build this super big battery where we're not going to talk about where that comes from.
Yeah, exactly.
And how many, by the way, the same people were promoting we're all the same. I'm definitely using slave labor totally to get this shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of makes me want to lead into the next segment here and start getting into the hypocrisy of politics.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, because I got 3 minutes and I have to check the camera, and I know we're going to go deep on this one. Yeah, I might just go check it right now real quick and take a break.
Beep.
Yeah, we'll come back and we're going to start to get into the hypocrisy of that
Sounds
stuff.
good.
All right. And we're off. Yeah, so we were talking about politics when we cut about hypocrisy, man. So what are your thoughts on some things? How do you feel about the state of things, I guess? Things are crazy right now.
Yeah, the climate has been, and I use the term climate because that's a buzzword these days. It's definitely been on the rise for the last at least 10 years, maybe longer. But there's just so many things under the blanket that we have as a general population, we have no clue what's really going on,
Oh yeah, I feel like every event that's told to us is a version of the story that we're not getting.
Sure.
There's more to things, because why are some things hey, we're going to show you everything, and other things, nah, we're not going to talk about that. Why? It's you showed me transparency with this. Why can't? Is there something about this that thing when you are quiet on things, it feels like that's orchestrated.
And then you have some major event that takes social media by storm, takes all media by storm.
Oh yeah,
there's always something it seems to cover up.
Yeah, there's always some major, yeah, because it's the same day there was that big assassination that happened. They're showing UFO videos in Congress. Same day, literally the day before, and they're talking about they shot a missile at a UFO and it bounced off.
Yeah.
That is wild to me.
Exactly.
I don't know how you feel about the UFO things, but
yeah. I think
I want to see some shit. That's all I'm saying.
I've always kind of battled internally with this whole situation as far as what's out there, and the older I get, the more information I take in. I feel like we shouldn't be so arrogant to think that we are the only ones in any universe ever.
Right.
And so I don't,
But I also feel like
I can't fathom the communication between human life and then something else. You know what I'm saying? That's where my mind kind of I reach a block.
Yeah.
I'm just what you say there's communication, but what is it exactly? Because they're not speaking English.
Yeah, it's either that or I lean into that whole. Maybe it's just we just have advanced technology that we don't know about.
Could be.
Because it's like, damn it, you guys suck. Like you guys, I don't have to sit on a 6-hour flight. I can just be there in 2 seconds.
Teleport.
Dick, like you know what I mean? Like I want to hover. I want to a hover train.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool as fuck. Stop hiding all the cool shit.
If there's a way to grow wings, please let us know.
I want a jetpack. That'd be dope as fuck.
I'd rather fly with.
Oh, like have
something
actual
natural.
wings?
Yeah.
Okay. Like you want to be like that dude from the Captain America.
I want to be Birdman.
Yeah. Birdman. I don't know, man. I'll tell you what. I watched that new Superman, and I'm watching the flying stuff, and I'm like, that would be so much fun. Like him just taking off and just sonic boom.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I have to go over to my buddy's house. Hang on a second. Boom, and just take off.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of technology that has been tested that we don't really know about either. I mean, I think there's a lot. Again, there's just so much going on in front of us. Who knows what's in the background? And it's honestly, I feel like the general population probably, for the most part, wouldn't be able to handle what they're hiding from us.
Oh yeah, I mean, they can't get the facts straight on the assassination thing, because we both grew up in the country. You know what 30-06 does to something.
Absolutely.
And you're telling me this man got shot in the throat with a 30-06?
Sure.
That doesn't that math don't math right.
Sure.
Like I've seen what it does to animals.
Well, there's so many videos and conspiracy theory videos out there now, and they're dialing in on each second and each moment and from different angles. I just saw one the other day. They were explaining that there was a remote control that was switched off by a couple of people. One guy, as soon as the assassination happened, some guy jumped across the table, I guess to his aid, seemingly, reached into his pocket, pulled something out, and took it to another guy, and the other guy kind of walked around the back.
Oh.
Very slow. And again, this is all...
This is what you're seeing on the videos.
This is all dramatized, too, so we don't know who's trying to piece something together. You can
throw a voiceover behind anything, and it can take on a completely different
So
meaning.
I want to believe that he was, Kirk, and God rest his soul, I want to believe that he was martyred for the right reasons. I want to believe that he, all this kind of happened. I want to believe that it's real now.
Yeah.
I didn't initially, but there's so many people saying that how could he have, because there's some bulge on his right side of his T-shirt, you know what I'm saying? There was that he initiated, he activated, and it so there's so many theories out there. But you and I were talking earlier. We need to have, as a people, we need to have some discernment too about and not just take any little piece of information and call it fact, because truly the government has been widely known for God knows how long to just hide things in plain sight.
Things that don't even need okay, so everybody, my parents are like, oh, we watch the news, and they believe what the news says. And I said, okay. I said, if you believe the government doesn't lie to you, I said, did you ever look into the experiment they did where they just gave syphilis to the black community and just wanted to see what it does?
Sure.
They gave people medicine that actually didn't do anything. Then they denied it in the 70s when it got exposed. Denied it in the 80s when it got exposed. It took until 96 when Bill Clinton goes, yeah, we did that.
Yep.
So they've been lying. When they say, oh, no, we don't do that.
This goes back further than that. If you take the cereal companies back in the 40s and 50s with their marketing and the sugar, they were lying about that then.
Yeah.
And that has just in the recent 20-something years has come out to be a lie.
Yep.
And even what they put on...
the food pyramid we grew up with.
Exactly.
The food pyramid was
I've preached that for the last 10 fucking years.
Yeah. They're like, oh, no, you can have no, none of this is good for you.
No.
We should be eating a lot of meat and stuff. And veggies. And
veggies. Yeah, so I'm just saying,
my dad said.
You're exactly right. They have been hiding so many things, and eventually it'll come out.
Yep.
Whatever they're hiding now will come out eventually, and we may be here, we may not be. Who knows?
It's good. Everything comes out eventually.
Sure.
Because here's what's going to happen. if you're gonna hide it, one of these days we're gonna fall. Like the empire has to fall.
Absolutely.
That's just what we do. There's always some new other empire, and that's usually when the secrets come out.
Yep.
Because then they start like, oh, we found this book that's been hidden for years, and it has every detail that everything's been ran. Like
Absolutely.
Because let's say President, like say George Washington had it best. Like he was just like, hey, listen, stay out of shit that doesn't concern you. Like don't divide up because that we're not going to be here, and just be cool with each other. Like don't overextend your reach.
Yeah.
We broke all three.
Yeah.
Insane.
And it's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
They consistently prove that you can't hide something for longer than 30 years, maybe 20, 30, 40 years. So,
you like history, right? Like Westerns?
Yeah.
Tombstone?
Yeah. Tombstone's a great movie.
Tombstone is like, I always tell people like one of my favorite movies ever.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So, there's a Netflix documentary about this with Ed Harris. Like he does the narration, but he explains the gunfight at the OK Corral and a lot of context that never got talked about. Like the Cowboys robbing like the beginning when they go and they shoot the guy and whatever, and they're doing all this stuff. Well, they robbed a stagecoach, and that stagecoach belonged to this J.P. Morgan, and there's the Rothschild guy, and they're trying to do business in England. Well, they're hearing about all the stagecoach robberies, so they're like, "Hey, you need to crack down on this." So who cracks down on it? Wyatt Earp. That's what kicked a lot of things off. Like that's why there was a big push for him to like get those guys out of town because he was getting pressure from like Washington.
Big money.
Yeah, big money.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that until you start like watching the documentary. It's like, oh shit, like everything is literally tied together.
That's wild.
Everything, every major event, it's the same players involved.
Sure.
And it's weird to me. I don't know. I start noticing shit like that, and I'm like, the world's a darker place than I ever learned, and I hate it.
There's so many people online too, channels, individuals alike. There's always been theory about this and that. You know, the Holocaust and things way back, and even now there's people like talking that everything that we were taught in school is not 100% correct. So now with the age of information and the Internet of Things and everything going on, like we have, if you dig long enough, you have access to true information to find or at least have an inkling of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a realm, not necessarily directly, but I just think if somebody wants to spend that kind of time, and I don't, personally, I would love to know closer to the truth. I would love to know exactly, anybody would, but it's our world is so fast paced, and they keep us locked into this hamster wheel of, you know what I'm saying, life, and people who choose to work full time and have kids and doing life things. Probably like yourself. For me, I have. Because of what I do, I have so much time on my hands. So I can sit and think. I can sit and dig and find information.
Yep. There's times where it's like, well, I have to like doing comedy. You have to have your finger on the pulse.
Sure.
And then I have a friend, and I call him Conspiracy Brother. If you've ever seen Undercover Brother,
I have. Yes.
Do you remember Dave Chappelle? And he's like, everything was a conspiracy.
Yeah.
And he's like, so OJ really didn't do it. And he's like, nah, I ain't got nothing for that. Like,
Right.
So my friend is basically Conspiracy Brother. He'll call me every day, and he'll be like, you see what's going on right now? And I was like, what? And he's like, he's telling me about things that are happening in Europe. And he's like, dude, I'm telling you right now, this is what this means, because this is all like a ploy to the government to take control of us. I'm like, I got to take a break, man.
Yeah.
Like you're hurting me.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea to be vigilant, and that's what the way I was raised, the way people around my area, we're always vigilant and kind of like we vote one side. You know, I mean,
Yep.
like every other American, I think. But there's always an element of mystery. There's always an element of what if. What if we're wrong? You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of keep a straight head about it. You can't just go dive head first in one ideal. Sorry, I've been drinking.
You said you was going to work it in. It came in there.
I've been drinking Jack Daniels. It's not a plug. It's just what I do.
Oh, shit. I should give you a fist bump. He did it, and I turned. I was like, oh, shit.
No,
everybody's going to look back, and they're like, you son of a bitch. Like, that's what you get. He didn't deserve to fist bump you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, we were talking about that. Like, everything's, like hypocritical. Like, like, I'm one of those, like, I can't go full conservative because those people annoy me. Like,
sure.
Yeah, we should be grateful for what we have. But America every day gets on people's nerves. Like, all right, calm down. Like, it's kind of getting a little, starts to get a little annoying. And then you get the left, like, side where it's like, you guys just let people run wild over here. And this is just unacceptable, too, because it's just pure chaos. Mm-hmm. So it's like you have to be somewhere in the middle. It's like, I always tell people, like, how do you feel? It's like, well, I think, what was it? I forget how this goes. The one guy was asking what his politics were, and he's like, I think that I should have the right to defend my gay neighbors while smoking a joint. And I was like, that sums up a lot. Like, you hit every nail on the head. You should be able to do what you want, but also within reason.
Sure.
Like, and everybody should just get along. That's why I was like, the Hank Jr. song, that should happen. But everyone's hypocritical because, like, one side's like, oh, you promote this. It's like, yeah, but you did too. Sure. Like, now everybody's finger blaming instead of just owning up to it. I think that's the problem with things. No one has everyone's prideful, and pride always comes before a fall.
Exactly. We've come away a long way, and I don't mean to sound like Grandpa here, but we've come a long way from accountability on both sides.
Yep.
And a lot of that division comes from, not to say that America's not has never been divided, because God knows we've been divided for a long time, but it's become even more amplified since the mid-2000s, I think.
Oh, for sure.
We've seen a lot more, and so the climate now is so much different than what it was going back to the 90s thing when I was coming up as a kid. I never heard any racist or racism rhetoric.
I thought we had it solved in the 90s, if I'm being honest.
Absolutely. It felt that way.
Yeah.
And since 9/11, everything just seems to have been like rolling downhill since. And to me, as many things as has happened, including school shootings and everything that's just kind of like piling up over the last 25 years, it's become almost gimmicky. It's almost like a design. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to spread any theories here. I'm just saying, like, from my point of view and the way I think, if you're looking back through history, and I know that every empire has their own, there's always rise and fall, right? I mean, we've experienced that, and we're experiencing that now. I feel like we're experiencing at least a subtle decline in what's been going on because of media.
Look how every dictatorship starts. Like, look how every like form of government starts. There's always like a violent uprising. You have the American Revolution there. That's the violent uprising. And this new country forms. Well, eventually, over time, people get greedy over the years, and it starts off small. Like, let's say 1800s, like they started making those nationwide laws and federal laws, and it's like, whoa, you're kind of extending your reach here. Like, we're supposed to like work together, but we're also supposed to have our own rules in each state.
Sure. And
they said, started getting more greedy, started taking more land, started doing that stuff. Then they're like, hey, we make a lot of money on war. So let's find ways to start wars so we can make money off this.
That's been a thing.
We don't even have to be involved.
Absolutely.
So, like, people can't be pissed at us. Like, hey, it's happening over there. You don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
So, like, there's that stuff. But then and then it's like, again, with greed, like PA, we have the interstate, like the toll road. You were supposed to pay the toll until the bridge was paid off. That's it. No more toll. Why am I still paying for this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's to maintain.
Yeah.
It's like you get me. I was gonna say another word, but I was like, you get me in taxes on every little thing.
If that were the case, there would be toll roads. Every road would be a toll road.
Yeah.
If that were the bottom line.
I was like, is that the reason why we have potholes then?
Yeah.
Like, we're known for, like, yeah, if you're in Pittsburgh, you better bring four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have these.
That bad, huh?
Dude, we got brick streets up there. Like, there's still streets where it's brick and cobblestone from, like, the 1800s.
They maintain it, though, right?
Nah, it's brick. I mean, it's just embedded into the ground.
I mean, now, listen, I've seen some cool little towns with some cobblestone drives and, little courtyards and stuff. That's not what you're talking about.
I'm
You're
fine
talking
with
about highways.
Yeah, we're talking about, like, this was still on when we rode horse and buggy down here.
Okay.
So, like, your car's going the whole way down.
It's time to update.
Yeah. Well, no, but it's like there's so many little roads in Pittsburgh. There's no way for anyone to actually do them. By the time you get around to doing every road, it's going to be time to do it.
It sounds a lot like Boston.
Kinda.
Boston's pretty similar to that.
Yeah, we're like that. Well, see, the problem is like this city was never laid out right. They just kind of threw shit anywhere and see where it stuck. You can't really do that. Like, Boston has everything's like a grid.
Sure. Yeah.
Easier to maneuver. Here, everything's like you might go here, then up, down, left, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's
wild.
I've become very bitter living here. I've become very bitter.
You've been here all your life,
for sure. Like I used to vacation like in Nashville sometimes. Like I'd take Christmas break off and just go to Nashville for a week and party my ass off. Like I had fun on Broadway before it got too weird. I remember Paradise Park.
Yeah.
Forgot
about Paradise Park.
Yeah. It's like I used to do that and like I loved it. I almost wanted to move there, but then it was too expensive. It was a bad time to want to move there.
Sure. I know. Back to the the political side of things. Speaking of the cities, Nashville is known. If you're blue or red or whatever, like it's primarily a blue city within a red state, essentially. And just from the people that I've known who have lived there for any amount of time, plus I've met some locals that were born there, and it's always the same. It seems to be the same, just the rhetoric, any conversation you have. And they're like, yeah, they're not really, even the police they're kind of limited, but the roads outside in the outer parts of the city, there's just a lot that could be done. There's a lot of money that could be spent in the right direction, but it's not because of the political. It's essentially a clown show nationwide.
I can't say they're not bringing in the money because you're getting all that tourist money all the time.
That's my whole thing. Like you can't. It just don't add up. The math ain't mathing, as you said earlier.
That's what I'm saying. Math ain't. That's why I look at everything. You can't tell me you're making this much money and you can't afford to take care of shit.
Yeah.
And people, it's like, how about you actually enforce rules here? So like, and especially Broadway, parking's ridiculous, but it's like you have people like committing crimes, and then they just, we'll let you out.
And some of that goes unreported, believe it or not. I was there. I heard of some stories that never got reported on the news because of their concern for their tourists and, there's no justification for that. There's human life that are being taken.
But nope, we're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it.
It's funny because
it's evil.
And I'll tell you, I've experienced it myself because when I would go down there, I'd get an Airbnb. Wow, it's really cheap in this area. I wonder if it's a bad area. Well, I don't see there's nothing online.
Sure.
Then when you get there, the Uber driver goes, "Hey, make sure the guy's here," and walks you to the door.
Yeah.
Like it's a kind of rough area.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, man?
And some areas it's just across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the middle of the night you'll hear gunshots or you'll hear ambulance just going nuts everywhere. I'm just like, that's part of the reason why I left the city.
Oh, my buddy,
a huge factor of it.
He had a video of his truck got vandalized.
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone broke in, smashed all the stuff, stole it, was trying to see if they can steal something. And he's like, dude, this sucks, man. He's like, I'm paying to park down here. I'm doing all this stuff. This is horrible down here. And nothing gets done about it.
Yeah.
Like someone breaks in. Well, you can report it. Probably not going to do nothing.
Yeah.
Your insurance will take care of it. That's not what I pay. It's
What if they don't?
yeah. It's
And
like
then what if
okay,
your premium is so freaking high as it is, and then they decide whatever company you're with? Because let's be honest, insurance companies are some of the worst. It's highway robbery is what it is.
insurance companies should go into law enforcement. Because you know what? Someone stole my car. You got the guy. Make him pay for it.
Yeah.
Literally, make him pay for it.
Exactly.
If he can't pay for it, he sits in jail.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
But you're paying this premium to cover
Yeah.
loss or a break-in or whatever, and most times they would just want.
And your shit will go up after because
Yes.
even though it's not your fault,
Yeah.
you had nothing to do with it. You parked in a parking garage that they said was safe.
And they get by with it.
Yep.
It's the same people. It's the same people in big pharmacy, and it's all tied to the government. They have the pulse. They have the finger on the pulse of everything going on, and it's even higher than that. I believe there are people. I don't know who. There's names floating around, whoever, but there are people who are controlling all that.
It comes down to
And, that's what keeps us common. It keeps us middle class, lower middle class, whatever you want to call it. To me, I feel like that's going to go away eventually too. So
I like to throw this quote out sometimes from like Aladdin, the Disney movie.
sure.
You remember when Jafar's trying to get Aladdin to come to come to get the Cave of Wonders?
Yep.
He goes, "You know the golden rule. Whoever has the gold makes the rules."
Yep.
And it's factual.
It's factual.
Whoever has money. It's like, I mean, you see it all the time too, because it's like, people throw their celebrity status out there, and then they get all,
Sure.
they get out with it. It's like, well, if it happened to me, I'm going to jail. Like, this is bullshit. Like,
It happens all the time, man.
Crime should be looked at intent. If you know a guy's, you bust a guy and he's got weed on him. If he's just going home and he's using it, you could tell like what he has is for personal use. His intent is not to hurt anybody.
Yep.
Now, if you catch the guy who's got like bundles of shit, his intent is to hurt people.
That's right.
Bust him. Like,
Yeah.
other people, it's like, hey, you're not hurting no one. Good.
Unfortunately, and I've said this for a long time, and especially as again the more information I take in, and just kind of feeling out how the judicial. Sorry, again, I've been drinking, y'all. Excuse me.
Same.
The judicial system. There we go again. What's always baffled me is in different districts, states. It seems like the judge, it's all up to their discretion.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real standard.
No, yeah.
Which has always bothered me, because you can have somebody who has some sort of battery or some sort of assault charge or whatever in one state or one area. One judge will give a lesser sentence than the county over.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes the judge has a bad day and goes, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Sit in jail.
So I don't know. It all revolves around the Constitution, but there has to be something. There has to be some sort of. And I'm speaking out of line here because I don't really understand it all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, it seems like common sense to have a standard across the whole board.
Yeah.
For certain crimes, or mental illness is not even. I don't even think that should be included.
Yep.
Because a crime is a crime, whether it's murder, whether it's petty theft,
Yeah,
whatever.
Don't sit there and go, well, he was having a freak out. It's like,
Fuck
that's,
that.
No.
That's all I got.
That doesn't mean anything, because that means
nothing.
that I can't let you around people.
It don't mean nothing.
Like, you still need to be locked away.
You know what bothers me about that whole stabbing that girl that got stabbed, and they claim that he had mental illness. You know where I stand on that? Anybody who wants to stab, anybody who wants to kill over nothing and steal,
that's a mental illness.
That's a mental fucking illness.
Yep.
You are mentally ill anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't claim that in court. That shouldn't even be looked at. There shouldn't even be a question there.
Yep.
You're crazy anyway. I don't care. Like, even in self-defense, and I've been through some training. I carry a gun. I'm a proud Second Amendment, abiding citizen. I love being able to carry my gun. However, if I were in a situation where I had to defend myself, there would still be, because I'm a genuine, I feel like I'm a decent guy. there is still a hesitation there. Even if my life is threatened, I'm going to take this guy out, but I'm taking a life.
Yeah, which it should be.
I feel like you're normal if you feel that way.
Yeah.
But if you're just walking around trains and you're walking around people just stabbing and stealing and causing a damn, you know what I'm saying? And then trying to claim that you're some nut job, that shouldn't even be held up in court.
100%.
You should be convicted right then and right there.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. Either you have two options. Either you're going into a hospital, which you're going to be separated from people. Yep. Like, but the problem with that is, and like somebody said this, they're like, I seen like there's some video online where people were acting out, and I said, I feel bad for the parent because they've been dealing with this since they were a kid, and I said and someone goes, well, they need to go to an adult home. Okay, that's fair. The problem is, can I find the right home that's not going to abuse them? Because that happens too. You get these people that are empathetic, mean girls that graduated high school that want to be nurses now because they're a single mom. Those ones, they're a little bit mean and like kind of empathetic towards not empathetic towards people. Sure. That's the people that do weird shit. Like, that would I don't know.
No, I'm with you. 100%.
So it's like there's that, and then I don't know, man. Actually, I got to check the camera real quick. So, dang.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we're back. So, yeah, man. The whole reason why we're doing this is I think you liked one of my clips, and I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a touring musician likes my clip. Like, someone with a blue check mark likes my clip. And I was already coming to the show. My buddies, part of the Raise Rowdy crew, and they got me tickets for the show, and then I just hit you up. Hey, I'll see you there. And you're like, shit, you want to do a pod? I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's go. Let's have a conversation. So what's it like being on like, I think we could tell people you're on tour right now with very country star. It's on a rise.
Sure.
Your country singer is on the rise right now.
Yeah, Gavin, man. He's been on the move for a while. I pretty much started with him from ground up, I like to say. A couple of guys in the group now came together. I without all the detail, I was just in the mix.
Yeah,
and he pretty much fell in my lap. This whole situation, didn't really know where it was going to go. The first year, 2024, just exploded, and then it's just exponential from there.
Well, I think it was that. I'd say it was that song. I kept hearing the song on TikTok all the time.
Which one?
Don't Look Back.
Run Your Mouth.
Yeah, Run Your Mouth. Oh,
yeah,
dang.
Yeah.
See, the
That's
bad part is
one.
I know, like, I listen to music and stuff, but I hear it, and I was like, oh, this rocks, but like I mess up the title sometimes.
I'm not holding that against you at all.
Yeah.
Dude, I meet people all over the place, and names, I couldn't tell you. I remember faces.
Same.
So it's very relatable.
Yeah. Why do you think I was like, hey, why don't you introduce yourself? Because I was like, in my head, I was like, I know it starts with a Q. God damn it, I can't think. It's like, I know what it is. Like, and it's just like, it's nothing. I do it to everybody, and I feel really bad about it because it's like, I don't want someone thinking like, oh, this guy doesn't even care. I'm like, no, it's not you. This is just the way this brain's going 1,000 miles an hour.
I relate 100%. 100%. But yeah, man, it's been a wild ride. I mean, we've kind of settled into a routine now. You know, we're adding crew members. There's buses. There's trucks hauling our lighting and
how crazy is that
production.
to go from like van to that?
Man, it's night and day. And honestly, from my history and just how I live my life, you know, it makes I stay in a state of just being grateful.
Yeah, just
grateful because we go to these festival shows. And there are openers in the earlier time slots. You know, the sun's beating down, and they're traveling in a van all weekend. You know, and I've done that. I've done that more times than I really want to remember. Pulling a trailer, sometimes not even pulling a trailer, just packing everything in a van and everybody's luggage and everybody.
Yep.
Assholes and elbows, as they say.
Yeah,
and
I've seen videos where, like, and I feel bad for people that have to do the van thing. Because I've seen, like, oh, yeah, someone stole a trailer, which has all their equipment in it and stuff like that.
I personally know people who have had their stuff stolen, specifically in Texas, many times. I don't know what it is.
Well, I know.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, well, we could all speculate.
I can speculate why.
But
there's a cartel right now that is having a blast.
Oh
Let's put it
yeah,
that
for
way.
sure. I just I really again just I'm in a state of gratefulness because of that, because I know the grind.
Yep.
The grind it's special in a way, but it's also grueling. It's also it ain't rainbows. Even early on when I was trying to find my way in this industry, we'd be doing 3 or 4 shows a weekend. Sometimes it would just be all festival shows, or just opening acts, and you really kind of get the short end of the stick in many cases, not always. And that's one thing that I think this camp understands, Gavin understands. Like when we have people opening, it's never a condescending like, oh, you're here for us. And no, everybody tries to be there. We want to create a sense of family in any situation, any venue.
Oh yeah, because
And,
I've seen like where guys act like that. I've heard some horror stories.
Yeah,
like
it happens,
and it comes from your favorites sometimes.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn,
for
like,
sure.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure you guys. I'm sure you have. You've already experienced it sometimes.
I have a couple times.
I won't.
and
We won't. go into
No.
details.
But that puts a bad taste in your mouth.
That's when it's.
Yeah.
I get the dirt off.
Yeah, but it's just one of them things, man. It depends on the people.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful again to be around the camp that I'm with. It's a family, and we want everybody else who is involved with our shows to feel the same way. And
Yeah.
I think it really it translates that way, I believe, because we always have good feedback. Everybody we come in contact with, everybody's following each other on Instagram, and it's just it's a fun family
Oh yeah,
event,
because that's what it should be. Everything should be that way. It should be like,
Sure.
hey, like you, like for instance, if you've gotten this far, you're lucky. And then so when you're with guys who are like they're not at that level yet, hey man, this is what I did. Like,
Right.
might be different for you, but here's a piece of and here's how to deal with some things. I'm sure you get overwhelmed sometimes.
Absolutely.
Like with fans or something. Like, okay, guys, chill.
Yeah.
Like it's just fun, but calm down.
There are some crazy ones out there.
For sure.
It's all fun. It's all a part of the experience, though. And this is all exactly what I kind of expected from the beginning. Didn't know what I was getting myself into. Like I said earlier, when Gavin and I crossed paths, I just booked a couple shows, and I was like, yeah, because I was treating him like I did everybody else at the time, because I was trying to stay out of working full time, so I wanted to make this my full time career, and I needed to keep my books full.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, extra money, sure. This happened, and then there's a lot of unspoken similarities, or I guess there's a lot of unspoken just knowledge between the guys in the camp.
Yeah.
There's a lot of as far as like dealing with fans or dealing with even other bands and people around, crew members, stage hands. I mean, we're all it's a genuine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lost for words. Again, I've been drinking.
It's like a genuine like appreciation of each other.
Appreciation,
and stuff. Like
that's a
genuine
good word.
friendships
Good
too.
term.
'Cause it's like, hey, we are coworkers, but just because we're coworkers doesn't mean we shouldn't get along.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're all doing like some jobs are higher up, but hey, like I need you to be cool with me, so
Sure.
you do your job. Like,
Yep.
but it's like I need to be hard on you when I need to be. Like, hey, don't be getting hammered. You gotta leave tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You gotta be. It's like be respect. Well, that's the big thing is be respectful of each other's
Absolutely.
space.
And that's the thing. As far as being on a bus, we get questions all the time about, how do you all stay on one bus? There can't be a whole lot of room. Well, we have 12 bunks on the crew bus. Gavin's bus is a completely different story. But we have, we got the band. or most of the band. We have a photographer on our bus. We have a lighting guy, video guy. There's just a guitar tech. We have several, and then sometimes we'll have to have an extra bunk for an extra driver. Depends on how far we're going. But there's never been, even from the beginning, there's never been any sort of, there's no animosity. It's all very just cordial Everybody stays to themselves. It's not we're not. It's a bunch of dudes on the bus, but we're not. There's not stuff hanging around everywhere. There's not socks and drawers and shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody keeps up with themselves, and it's just a great experience overall for us.
Do you remember the first time being on a tour bus?
Yeah.
Like, I think the first time I was on a tour bus.
You mean visiting or actually staying on
No,
a
I'm
tour
talking about
bus?
like just visiting, like just
Okay.
walking onto a tour bus. First time I ever had one was I was on Joe Nichols' tour bus.
Nice.
Because it was over at Tequila Cowboy here next door, and he was playing there, and they had a guitar, and he signed it, and the guy walks me on the bus, and Joe's just chilling like in this one thing. And he's like, "What's up, guys?" And I grew up listening to Joe Nichols. So, and I'm telling you, like, I'm a little kid going, like, I look like Peter Griffin doing that.
Sure, yeah.
Like, yeah, I was like I was geeking out so hard. I told him, I was like, man, the only thing I was hoping for is you to play Footlights. Because his version of Footlights by Merle Haggard, awesome.
I haven't heard his version.
Oh, because he has that voice. It's like he could sing any Merle Haggard song.
It's a classic sound. His voice. Yeah.
I always put him and Gary Allan as one of my underrated country artists that no one talks about.
I love Gary Allan too.
Oh, dude, fuck.
My first experience on a tour bus, actually ever, was in 2020. I was with an artist. We opened. We were the opener for the opener. Morgan Wallen's tour, the Whiskey Glasses Roadshow.
Okay.
In 2020. This is all right before, by the way, COVID shut everything down.
Yeah.
So we were out for a couple months, and I remember being out on their crew bus, and it was the first time I had actually ever stepped foot into a bus before. So I was, that alone was just like, oh, this is cool,
Yeah.
And then hanging out with those boys for an hour or so, and then it was just that was a cool experience.
I remember
at first.
I seen Luke Combs when he came here, like right before COVID. It was like 2019. I think it was like November or something like that. And like Morgan Wallen was opening for him. Like it was just weird, like how like after COVID, how big people changed in just that amount of time.
Right.
I didn't know if it was that tour. I was like, oh shit, that'd been awesome. Like we were in the same building. I tricked the bartender to let me shotgun concert beers. You know how hard that is?
Yeah. How did that go?
Oh, it worked. Because I was fast talked her, like, oh, hey, how you having fun? Because I was drinking already, and she forgot to crack the beers. Ha, joke's on you. Walking to the guy next to me, go, want a shotgun one of these? Because you're getting you're getting 3 beers in one, basically. Yeah. I can't do that shit now. If I do it now, I'll just throw up.
Man, I can't do beer.
Oh, really?
I used to, if I were going to drink, and wherever I was, I would drink Coors Light predominantly. I did like Natties for a while, the old garage beer.
I'll tell you what's really good. Miller High Lifes. The champagne of beers.
Yeah.
It is like, I had 9 of those one night, and I only had like a little hint of a headache.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, and they're just, it's like golden beer you're drinking.
I just know, and I don't know if it's age. I don't know if it's just my, like, when you train your mind in a certain direction, you kind of like lean against whatever. So over time, I think, drinking beer has always just kind of been like, again, the last several years, it's just been like, I don't really like beer anymore. It makes you bloated. It makes you burp. It gives you the terrible hangover. And so I don't get that with liquor. So I had started drinking liquor years back, and that's what I lean on now if I'm gonna drink at all.
Oh yeah, I love.
Which is, by the way, it's not. People get it twisted when we start, especially at the end of the show when we do the jack pull.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's some speculation out there about it being sweet tea, and this is not sweet tea. This is straight Kentucky.
Where that comes from?
Kentucky. Did you hear what I'm saying?
Kentucky.
I've been drinking.
I was gonna say, you know where the tea thing comes from?
I don't.
Somebody
else.
Animal House. You ever see Animal House when
I
John Belushi cracks off the Jack bottle and chugs it? They're like, no man can do that. Well, yeah. I was like,
So
but you were telling me you guys
that
do
was
these
the
Jack
start. Oh no, this is real Kentucky American Spirit bourbon right
Yeah.
here. Yeah, and So we get, naturally being in the public eye, you get flack for this and that. Anyway.
Oh, for sure.
So, but yeah, at the end of the show, it's always a thing. It's been a thing since I started playing with Gavin. He's like, he handed me the bottle, and this thing was like full at the time. I took a big long gulp, and so we did it like 2 or 3 shows in the beginning, and he's like, why don't you just try to finish it? I'm like, well, we're going to have to knock that level down a little bit before. So it started from there. So, for the most part, sometimes he decides whatever he's in the mood for in the moment. Sometimes he'll drink it. But a lot of times we'll just take a little segment at the end of the show, and I'll say my little thing and then turn up what's left in the bottle. And it's just it's a cool moment. It gets everybody hyped, especially at the end of the show. And
for sure, when I see that, I'm like, oh, I need to step my game up. It's like a mating call, like, because it's like, oh, you've just attracted all the females in the audience. Now I have to do something wild.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
To compete.
and what it is everybody's like, oh man, y'all are so. I want to party with y'all. I know y'all just get you just get down, and I'm just like, dude. Honestly, and I'm just going to share with the crowd here, I'm just going to share my little secret. I don't drink through the week. I don't drink anything. I drink water and black coffee. The only time that I drink alcohol, I might have 1 or 2 shots before the show.
Yep.
And then that one Jack pull at the end. And I don't drink shit else.
See they don't realize.
Like,
they don't realize. You know why? Like, let's say I hate to speak ill of the legends here, but like. You know why Merle Haggard and all those guys are pretty ugly? It's like because they went hard all week. You don't maintain, like, you got to be somewhat healthy with it. Like, those guys were of a different breed back then.
And listen, I've had some people concerned about my health, and I'm just like, do you not see how clear my skin is? I should be wrinkly and all messed up at 38 years old, but it's because I take care of myself through the week that I'm able to expend a little bit at the weekend, you know what I'm saying? And I love it. I mean, it's part of the show. I wouldn't do it ordinarily. I wouldn't do it at home. You know what I'm saying? But it's part of the show. It's part of the shtick.
For sure. And I cannot wait for the show, dude. This
man,
is going to be a blast.
I'm excited for you to see it.
This is my first time seeing Gavin Adcock.
Yeah.
And the openers are actually on right now. We can hear the bands.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty banging so far. And
it's fun.
Wait till you guys are going to have an awesome view because you got Heinz Field right there.
Sure.
This is the outdoor show.
Absolutely.
Inside, not as fun. It's just loud.
We actually played the inside earlier this year.
Oh, really?
So the comeback, and we had a great turnout. We were talking earlier today, me and some of the guys, about how rowdy the show was last time we were here, and so I'm excited to see the bigger cap and people out.
Dude, I'll tell you right now. I remember I seen Co Wetzel here. It was so loud. We could, like, when we were leaving, we were like, what? What?
I'm sure.
Like, it was just like your ears were like, ooh.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
That's one thing that I don't understand either is, I've never been a concert goer. So to see these people in the pit and being right there where all the sound is coming out and all the heat, the body heat, and people, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's so worth it. As someone who's went into the pit, I love it.
Do you?
It's insane. Because one,
I just couldn't do it.
I love getting drunk and making friends.
Sure.
Like you make friends with the group around you. These are all strangers, but you are because when you're out in the lawn, everybody kind of sticks with their people. When you're in the pit, you have no other choice but to be friendly with the person next to you because you're going to bump into them all night and make friends with them. Hey, can you hold my spot? I gotta pee. I got you, brother. I've held the line for I felt like the dude in Game of Thrones, like hold the door. I was like sitting there, hold the spot. I'm like doing like the split from Bloodsport. Trust me, I've been spread out like I look like a starfish, so I try to save spots.
You're a gatekeeping angel.
Hell yeah, I got your spot if you ever need it, man.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, man. I don't want to keep you too long, so you can get hyped for the show tonight. You want to tell people where they can find you at, like like on Instagram or the socials or whatever?
Sure. Yeah. My Instagram handle is Eades_Q Tyler. That's EADES is my last name. _Q Tyler TYLER, and that's where you'll find me on Instagram. I'm actually working on maybe starting a TikTok thing maybe by next spring.
Heck
and just trying to advance some of my social media platforms.
Let me know whenever you do, and I'll update the episode.
Yeah, that'd
and
be
I'll
fun.
I'll put it in there. I always try to keep everyone's links in the episode so people can find you quick.
Sure, I would actually love to come back and
For sure, I'm definitely want to come down to Nashville, and we'll do it. We'll do a proper one. We'll do a full, real. Yeah,
let's do it.
we'll go hard, man.
I'll be ready.
All right, guys. So I'll see you.